these are the tools that I use as a content creator when I am creating content on the go. So these are the things that I keep inside of my purse as I am going out into the world. Not necessarily planned content creation, but to make sure I'm doing content creation while I'm shopping, while I'm eating at restaurants, while I'm working outside of my house, while I'm out and about living my life and I see a good opportunity for content creation. So with that in mind, this is not like the big tripods. This is not necessarily the stuff I would take if I know I'm specifically going out to create content. I will take some extra things with me if I know for sure I'm going to be doing it, but this is the stuff that I take unsure of if I find an opportunity to create content. So the first thing is my phone mount. And all of these are pocket-sized, by the way. So these are easy for travel, easy for carrying at all times. So this is a pocket-sized phone mount. This is made of metal, so it's a little bit heavy duty. And I really like this one because I tested the heavy dutiness of it accidentally. I was with another influencer who I was teaching how to create content on the go, and she had left it on the ground and I didn't realize she hadn't picked it up. So when I stepped forward to help her with something, I stepped on it, not a scratch on it, perfectly as it was before I stepped on it. So I cannot say enough good things about this one. And I really like this because as I set my phone in this, it does go straight up and down. Now, most of these tripod mounts, these are not tripods, these are phone mounts, but most of these are not created equal. Most of these will be at a slight angle. It'll be shooting up at you, and that's not a flattering angle. So I'm really specific about the ones that I recommend to people. The two I'm showing you today do go straight up and down, so you can create at the appropriate angles. And this is really nice because it does have little grips on the bottom. It has little grips right here and up at the top, so your phone's not going to slip out of it. And it is going to allow you to work at different angles. So you can set it on a flat surface and film. You can set it on a hill and move it a little bit, and you can still film straight onto you. And this just allows you to create footage that is not shaky. It's going to be much clearer, it's going to be less pixelated, and it's going to allow you to get back and do what you need to do. So the metal version, really nice, but a little bit heavier than the plastic version. So I really like this one as well. This does pop out. It functions the exact same way. It does expand a little bit. So if you need to put like an iPad or a tablet in it, you can do that as well. Dual purpose. If you're traveling and you want to like watch something on your iPad, you can set it up and do that as well. It does go straight up and down. It has the rubber pads here and all along the back so that it's not going to slip out of what you do. And it just folds up nice little pocket size so that you can carry it with you and it's a little bit lighter weight. If you step on this one, you will break this one, but it is very effective. And this is actually the one that I am carrying around in my purse more than the metal one because it's a little bit lighter weight. And I also know when I am creating content, I'm going to need to balance out the lighting situation. So if I'm in a restaurant and there's yellow light, if I'm in a store and it's just harsh overhead light, if I am going to be out in the sun, if I'm going to be where it's going to be a little bit darker, I don't want pixelated content. I want to be illuminated. I want to be seen. That makes or breaks people stopping their scroll. If they see something that looks like it's homemade, they're not going to stop. If they see something that looks like it was intentionally created by someone who's a little more professional, they're more likely to stop. So lighting is incredibly important. This one is my favorite pocket light because it has a clip on it. It just clips right to my phone so I can direct it at me or I can direct it at the thing that I'm going to be filming from my rear-facing camera, and I can kind of bend it at different angles. This one is good intensity in terms of the light. So not all of these are created equal. If you find the cheapy ones on TikTok Shop, just say no, they are not worth it. The input or the output of light is not worth the money you pay for it. So you want to get an actual good one. These are not expensive. Most of the stuff I'm showing you today, not expensive at all. So this is a white-based light. It also has a yellow-based option and a mix of the white and the yellow. And it has intensity levels, so you can go brighter or lighter with this as you're creating it. And it charges with a USB. In fact, everything I'm showing you that is electronic today is charged with just a cord. So it doesn't require batteries. You can do it while you're on the go. You can plug it into your cigarette lighter in your car and charge these things. So this is really, really nice. I very much like this. And that's my go-to, but I also have different versions as well. So smaller ones, it does not have a clip, but it does have a hot shoe mount, so I can attach it to different things. It has some gels that I can put on this as well, so blue and yellow. And I also have the ability to raise and lower the intensity of this, so I can handhold this if I'm going to be filming something. I can handhold it with my phone in my hand. It's just a little bit clunkier to hold it, but this is also really nice for backlighting. So if you were just trying to backlight like a salt and pepper shaker at a restaurant, you can do that and have it facing your camera to kind of glow behind it, or you can kind of illuminate the wall to have the shadows gone as well. So this is a really nice one. This is actually the one I started out with, and then I got the clip-on one that was a little bit nicer, but I have like 5 or 6 of these that I carry around with me. I love them. I also really like, and this is an important one, I like these lights. And I've done lots of review videos on them. I have review videos on all of these things, by the way, that you can check out on the channel. This is nice because it is a white-based light, but more importantly, it's a color-based light. So if you want to do backgrounds like this while you're at a hotel, or while you're at a restaurant, or wherever you are, whenever you are, you can do this in your office. You guys know there was a time I was working in a corner because I had new puppies and I couldn't work in my office space, and I used these to illuminate my walls. This is really nice because you can have solid colors, or you can have it go through sequences. This is really fast. I understand that, but it gives you a whole wide range of lighting. So you can do colorized backgrounds that move or that are solid colored. You can put it behind you to kind of illuminate yourself, or you can use this as like a hair light or rim light to kind of get some cool looks over to the side if you have that off camera. So there's a lot that you can do with this. And I also really like this because it has the hot shoe mounts. So it has one on the bottom, but it has a space on the sides and the top for this. So you can create banks of light. I own like 4 of these, I don't know what it is, 3 or 4, and I can just attach them together to form a stronger light. And then I can attach this to a tripod, or I can slide it onto my camera hot shoe mount and have really good lighting. However, I'm going to need this. So colorful lighting is a must for me, especially if I'm traveling, if I'm in a location that's not my office and I need a professional background. I just pop a little color on there and I am good to go, and I look higher end at that point. So between like when I'm at a hotel or I'm out and about somewhere and I need to create a mobile studio for myself, pocket light to illuminate myself, colorful light to do my background, and all of a sudden it looks like I'm in a professional space. The other thing that I like to carry with me is a microphone. This one's going to be a little more expensive than the other things I've talked about today because microphone payments, the amount you're going to spend on a microphone is directly proportional to how good the quality is. If you get a cheap microphone, you're going to get weird, crackly, tin sounding audio. It's not good. So get an actual one. I love working with this company. They've actually sent me several of their products over the years, and I love them. Like, you know, I'm very particular about the people I do brand deals with. They didn't do a brand deal. They didn't want to pay me for it. They just sent it for me to test it. And if it fit into my content, I would fit it into my content. That was what we had going on. But because I like it so much, I've done multiple videos on it because it's really, really good. And I am willing to give them some free marketing to tell you something that's going to work really well for you. So I love this one. It clips right onto me. I can get hundreds of feet away from my phone and still have crystal clear audio. It's got the windscreen protectors. And I actually, again, have several versions of this. So this is the higher end version. I also have what I call the light version. So it's not as expensive, but not quite as good. And I have the dual versions. So I have 2 microphones that direct the audio into the same source. I just plug the jack into my phone. And then if I'm interviewing somebody, I can hand them a microphone, I can have a microphone, and the audios go to the same video at the same intensity. I don't have to edit it. I don't have to do things. It is a total game changer. So I carry these around with me just in case I meet somebody cool out and about, especially when I'm doing like book signings or I'm speaking on stage. I'll find people to interview, and this just allows me to do that on the spot with crystal clear audio. And because it has the windscreens, it also helps with a lot of the ambient noise. So I have really good review videos on all of these things here on the channel. I cannot recommend them enough because it helps me to elevate my content when I'm on the go. It's pocket sized, it's lightweight, it's easier for me to carry in my purse. And I literally just have like little bags that I put these in, and I pop them in my purse. I swap them out if I need to, like if I need something new or if I don't need something. And then I can just create content on the go, no matter where I am, when I am, or who I'm around. If you've got questions, go ahead and drop it down below. There are lots of review videos on this and other pieces of technology that will help you level up your content creation and save time and effort creating your content so you can make more money from it without the stress and the overwhelm and the time commitment. And we're dropping new videos every day, helping you navigate the world of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, live streaming, and creating your content to make this your most profitable year ever. So drop your questions, and we'll see you in the upcoming episodes.